Hello and welcome back to another pick a card reading. This reading is about the journey ahead and the next step in your life, so it can be about any situation you find yourself in. We have our 3 piles here. Group 1 is on the left, 2 is in the middle, and 3 is on the right. You can choose a little charm that's at the top of the card. Maybe take a moment, pause the video and feel which one is for you. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. And if you would like a private reading, there is a link to my Facebook page and you can contact me on there. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the little froggy charm, then this one is for you. So the frog is a message of fertility. So this can be talking about new life, a new path, a new journey, fertility of all kinds, new ideas. But it's also a message of swimming through hard times with ease, or finding support in the universe or friends, or maybe even just in your own strength, inner strength, to be able to swim through times of trouble. I'm just feeling as well, because of the colour of it being brown, that maybe some of the water right now is a little bit murky and there's a bit of uncertainty as to how life is unfolding, but you're just encouraged to stay the path and just keep swimming, basically, is the message I feel for the froggy today. So, yes. Yeah, all right, I was going to get a couple more charms, but I think we'll just leave it at the one for today. So let's jump in with the cards. We're looking at the next step for you. Group 1, we've got the 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. It does seem like there is a bit of anxiety and stress at the moment with where things are at for you. The next step is to release yourself from the overthinking and the fear. There's a lot of fear surrounding you at the moment. It could be fear of success, fear of putting yourself out there and being vulnerable, fear of how things are going to unfold. This 9 of Swords can certainly talk about nightmares and reoccurring dreams and being kept up at night, or having really broken sleep, and a lot of just fears and worries about the future and the path ahead. But you're being asked to release those fears and believe in yourself. Believe that the path ahead is actually a bright one and it is a successful one, because the 6 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is telling you so. This is the next step. The next step is to release yourself from the fear and just embrace the changes that are here for you. Even if it's murky with the froggy and you're not too sure of the path ahead or how things are going to go, or that not everyone is going to agree with your decision moving forward, perhaps. But there's certainly an indication here that you're needing to accept things as they are, so that you can find success in a different place, or so that you can move into the success that is destined for you. There's possibly an opportunity here coming in this week as well for some people with the Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, that could be linked to your work, your career, your creative projects, or anything really. It could be some money coming in, or a new job opportunity, a promotion. It can be all of that sort of stuff. Obviously it's not for everybody, but there's also a lot of other good news here available for Group 1, for everybody here, in that whatever it is you're worrying about and you're stressing about, whatever's falling away in your life, whatever's falling apart, whatever's not working, it's okay to trust that that's not working for a very good reason. Even if you don't know, like, I'm feeling a very 7 of Cups energy from this froggy today. Like, so much uncertainty and fear about just so many different threads, so many different opportunities or possibilities or potentials that are bringing a lot of fear. But you're being asked to just surrender that fear and don't worry, relax, it's okay, everything is going to work out. You're going to be moved into a different place or into a better time. The 6 of Wands is a public victory, so it's maybe getting a bit of recognition for the work that you do, or maybe it's the need to let go of one thing so that you can move into success with the work that you do. Something that may be draining of your life force and your creative potential is being sucked away from something else, when really you're needing to embrace a new opportunity here. And maybe this is a lifestyle change, maybe it's a new routine, something that helps you start from the ground up to build the success that you want in life. You don't need to fear it. You don't need to hold on to the things that cause you fear either. You don't need to fear the things that are falling away, because it's falling away so that you can have a new beginning. So, what needs to change? Interesting, what needs to change, the first card out was the Chariot, represented by Cancer here. I can also see Aquarius on the table. Not too many big signs, but that's okay. So you've got the Tower. So what's needing to change is your actual direction. We have the Tower. Did I say Tower? I meant Chariot. Tower, because that's next. And then the Nine of Pentacles. This is what needs to change. Is something you're needing to change your direction, and it could be something you've invested a lot of your energy into, maybe a lot of your time into, that is absolutely being pulled out of the ground from the roots. I just see, this plant being ripped out. Something that you may have, really had a lot of hope for, but it's the Tower is right there in the middle of the direction you were headed and your own actual true success in life, and independence as well. There's something here that through this Tower moment, through this redirection, you're actually going to gain a lot. Six of Wands was there to tell us that, but so is the Nine of Pentacles. You're actually going to gain a lot of independence and a lot of security and strength. And this is a really self-sufficient and positive, optimistic, I'm trying to find the right word here. It's just it's a card full of gratitude and abundance. So again, it's the repeated story of whatever's falling away, you can trust that it's falling away so that you can have the life that you really do wish for, the life that you do want. And there's a need to redirect your focus and reinvest your energy back into yourself, maybe focusing on your career a bit more at this time, maybe, or your studies, or whatever it is that's going to build that long-term success, the bigger picture of your life and what you want to create. Because the Tower here is saying that something that's holding you back, or something is not working, something is falling away, and the direction of your life may be changing dramatically because of that. So what will help with these changes? How to change it? Even further confirmation of walking away, we have the Eight of Cups. So leaving something behind that has been probably wrapped in a lot of emotional turmoil and a lot of inconsistency or stress. It feels like something you've really done your best to make. That might be why the Nine of Pentacles the Nine of Swords is really jumping out right now, because there's so much fear surrounding leaving something behind. Because maybe you invested a lot of your love or your energy into it, and it feels like a waste for some people. Not everyone will totally resonate with everything here, but it feels like you've really given it your all as far as you're concerned. So walking away is really hard to do and really scary. But the Ten of Pentacles is next as well. So you're walking away from something that's emotionally tumultuous or something very draining on your resources in one way, so that you can reinvest into what is truly going to make you happy. It's like saying no to one thing will open up so many opportunities for you for what you actually do want. I feel like there's something in your life you think you wanted, or you thought you wanted, or but it's not actually going to bring you what you thought it was or what you hoped it would bring you. And there's a need for acceptance and surrender in that as well. I don't know if you heard that, but it was like a really loud truck. We also have the Three of Wands here as well. So what will help is just keep on walking, just keep on swimming with this froggy again. Just keep swimming, even if you don't know the way right now. Just keep going and trust that you will end up where you're meant to be, and that investing in the long term, in the bigger things, not the instant gratification things in life, but really looking at the bigger picture of where you want your life to be and starting chipping away at that. This Three of Wands here is to say that I feel like you've already hit the crossroads. Two of Wands has been gone. So you've already changed path perhaps, or maybe you're still in the process of changing direction. And there's a need to sort of just stay the course as you go through those changes, and as a bit of a void might open up with, again, uncertainty and, unknowing. You just got to have to trust that and keep. This is a waiting for your ships to come in card. A little boat on the ocean. He's waiting for it to come in, but it's only coming because he's made a choice to take a different direction. Again, little froggy here. It's actually interesting. I chose this deck for today because it matches your little froggy in a few of the depictions. So yeah, walking away from one thing to build something a little bit more secure and a lot more, I'm hearing. Not a little, a lot more secure, a lot more stable. Whoa, like, yeah, really seriously being corrected up here by that. Okay, thanks. Wow. So, yeah. Just keep swimming, group 1. Sorry if I've called you another number, I don't know what I've said so far. Just keep swimming, group 1. Stay the course, eliminate the distractions, walk away from what is already falling away, let it fall away. If something is ending in your life, let it go, let it end. Know that you are moving towards so much more abundance. 9 and 10 of Pentacles. What you truly want is right there. Just keep walking, keep going. All right. What to continue? What to continue? We've got the 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. What to continue? 4 of Pentacles is saving your resources. It's keeping your cards close to your chest, and it's sort of just taking stock of everything that you've got. So there might be a bit of that going on, a bit of deep processing and sort of checking what belongs in your life, what's necessary, what's not necessary. And sort of maybe even a bit of detox energy here, whether it's, cutting out specific people or a person, or just saving your money, being very practical as you move ahead is what you need to continue doing. Sort of just keeping to yourself, and maybe a bit of time out with the 4 of Pentacles as well. Just being careful who you share your time and energy with. Yeah, all resources, financial, emotional, mental, all of it, your time, resources, just keep them to yourself at this time as much as possible, or as much as you need to. There are some friends. Bottom deck energy is actually the 3 of Cups, followed by the 3 of Pentacles, I must say. So there is support around you. There are friends or people that want to help support you through this change, through this transition, and work with you to help to make this journey easier. You've got people that care about you, I do feel, around. And I mean, there's so many people connecting to this, so not everyone's going to feel that way, but there's certainly support available to you, even if it's just through these readings, and strangers you don't know. It's there for you, and the people that provide these readings want the best for you. So this spirit is there for you as well. 10 of Swords is actually underneath that, and the 5 of Swords. It's something big is ending, and the Hanged Man, the Fool, the 3 of Swords. This is some big stuff, I think, for you, group 1, where you're really needing to look at this ending from a different perspective and see that there's actually a golden opportunity available to you. There is support available around you if you want to take it, but you may be wanting to just keep to yourself at this time as well, which is fine. That is okay. Just keep swimming, basically, right? Stay the course. The 4 of Pentacles is getting a bit of a strength in control energy from it now, I'm feeling. So, stick to what you've decided, or stick to what you know. Sorry, not what you know. That's not the right one. What was it? Yeah, okay, so yes, stick to what you know, in the sense of the simplicity of life. Stick to the simple things, have a routine, and just check it off. Mundane, sort of one step at a time energy with the 4 of Pentacles. Saving your everything. I think just pulling it in right now. 10 and the 9 of Cups. So this is, again, we've got the 9 and 10 of Pentacles, 9 and 10 of Cups. So this is pretty big. You really are leaving behind one thing that had so much potential or promise, in chase of something that's actually real deal. That is the real deal, and you make it so. Your wish fulfillment is to have this emotionally fulfilled life where you feel peace, you feel connectedness, you feel a sense of family and a sense of connection. A sense that everything in life is okay and that you're happy most days. Your biggest wish fulfillment is to just be okay, I'm feeling here. And so just keep doing those little things that bring you joy, whether it's your art or your music, or just your practices. Keep to those, and spend time with people that are going to support you, be there for you, the true friends that are available to you in this time, because there are people that want to be there and support you. So yeah, just keep finding joy in the little things at the moment. doing what you can to experience a bit of fun, experience a bit of lightness. And trust that you, through saving your money and your time and your energy and really taking stock of everything that you want to enter into your realm, your body, your mind, and what doesn't belong there, really looking at what is really going to bring you the true emotional fulfillment, or financial fulfillment, or however it comes in, both I think. You're needing to see things for how they are, and use discernment here to be very clear about what actually, don't see things how you want them to be, see them how they are with this 10 of Cups. So where does that bring you? It's interesting, we've got the 7 of Wands, and I just, little froggy, there he is again. And so this 7 of Wands is a liberation card, so it's rising to the challenge. And not everyone is going to agree with your path, perhaps. It's going to be maybe some conflict or adversary in regards to the choices that you're making. Maybe not everyone will agree, I'm feeling here. And so when you're leaving something behind, or you're having to defend yourself maybe against somebody else, it can feel really challenging, but you're being asked to not compromise and to continue your path. Just keep swimming. The Knight of Wands is here as well. Again, another little froggy with all this brown. I thought it was really good when I saw these cards come out, because it really does match your charm. And this is a spiritual quest here with the Page of Wands. It's a new journey, so you're having to maybe be challenged by other people, or maybe you are challenging other people. But it's, I feel like you're just needing to lift yourself up out of it and go. For a lot of people here, maybe that's not exactly possible for everyone, but you're definitely needing to take a new path and be excited about the new journey that's ahead of you. Maybe you're off traveling for some people. For other people, it's taking a new job, or it's just taking a whole new life, like liberating yourself out of something that felt like you had no freedom, or it was just, I feel like it was something about the situation was suffocating you, and you're needing that room to breathe. And I feel like with the Star card here, this journey, once you liberate yourself out of the situation and take this journey, you will feel a massive sense of renewal and optimism about the path ahead, and things will look up for you. You're going to feel more in your power. There's a lot to learn and a lot to be curious about with the path ahead. And there's a lot of healing that's available to you. You're just really needing to lift yourself up out of the situation you're possibly in right now, and just keep walking, just keep swimming, just keep doing it, keep going. I love that this ends on the Star. It shows that optimism and hope does come back in, even if right now everything seems lost, or it's really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Perhaps the Star is absolutely speaking to you about the optimism returning, and feeling that sense of guidance and connectedness and renewal, a real sense of renewal. So again, bringing it back to the fertility message of this froggy, that there is new life available to you here in this situation. You just need to let go of the fear. So a couple of oracle cards we have from the Self-Love Prompt deck. Create a routine. Having a routine helps limit procrastination and give you more structure. A to-do list to tick off. The bottom deck for this was also cook more, so eating healthy, looking after yourself, reduce the urge to eat out and cook more meals at home. Not just for the physical, nutrients, cooking more at home rather than takeout, but the loving self act of preparing that food, and all that does to you mentally and emotionally is worth it as well. So the small things, sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful, like exactly that, like actually getting in there and making yourself a nutritious meal for more reasons than one, right? Connect to your intentions in these small things as well. It is the little things that will make life bright and beautiful again. I think that's also what the Four of Pentacles, the 9 and 10 of Cups is talking about, to just find a bit of joy in the simple stuff. Bring a bit of that love and and fun back into, home and into the routine, into the to-do list. Ticking it off and knowing it all counts. It's all working towards that dream that you have. Create an altar, create a sacred space, helps you manifest your intentions. Definitely love that. If you don't have an altar or a place to sort of anchor your prayers, it might be nice to make one. It doesn't mean that you're a witch or anything like that to have an altar. There's so many different types of altars that we have. Maybe it's your garden, maybe it's your kitchen, whatever it is. Having an altar can be a really nice place to go to and sort of anchor that. And also filling your altar with things that you wish to embody. A little different from a vision board, rather than what you'd wish to attract in your life, but rather what you'd wish to embody and the tools that you want to use to help you through life and through its challenges. Avoid gossip. Get rid of negative energy in your life and don't let it steal your light. If maybe someone's saying negative things about you or anything to do with that, sort of just don't connect to it. Let it go and don't engage in it yourself either. Use discernment. See things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be. Taking off rose-coloured glasses here and just getting serious about where it's at. The heart chakra, I do feel like you need to be very gentle with yourself moving ahead this week. Just gentle with your heart, a bit of softening, a bit of protection around your heart here. And plan your career, create milestones and have a strategy to set yourself up for success. And like we can see here, if there's a lot of potential for changes in career or stepping into study or anything like that. When you're letting go of one path and entering another, you've got to invest and make a plan and make that happen. So it's very much to do with the create a routine, plan your career. So I feel like whatever it is that's been draining you or not working out, just let that fall away and reinvest all your focus and your intention into making something, creating the life you do want, because you've got what it takes to do that. All right. We also have do not compromise. I don't know where the book is, but that's all right. This card is all about exactly that. Do not compromise. Keep swimming. If other people don't agree with your choices or your path, that's okay. You're needing to really stick to it here and keep walking the path that you're walking. And trust that things will fall into place for you as you go along. I might just have a little look in the book. If there's anything I've missed from that card, because I think it is pretty simple. True wisdom stands the test of time, and your decision to not compromise on something you truly believe in is a wise one. Soon enough there will be a magical occurrence, and through a series of unexpected but interrelated events, your world changes for the better. This is all a direct result of the strength and commitment you've shown towards something you believe in. So yeah, absolutely stick to what you know to be your truth in this situation. We have from Wisdom of the Oracle the protection message I wanted this week. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty, for what we know, even if the qualities we seek out in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust there you will find the new normal that supports your spirit. Remember that if you do what you did, you'll always get what you got. Do the opposite to what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things that you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. All right. Very resonant with everything else that was said there too about leaving something behind so that you can have what is actually your wish. And then we have the sadness of letting go. Sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. You are now freeing yourself from the old bonds and beliefs, from what you wanted to keep but could not. Whether or not this is right for you, the soul says it is right for you. There is always sadness in letting go. It is a void, a loss, a recognition that one thing we once wanted could not work within the world we are creating. In every release truly made, there will be mourning. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help from those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. Friendship will reveal aspects of your own soul that you did not know existed. So again, now repeat that there are people out there that want to support you and be your friend through the changes that you may be going through, and that there is a sadness in letting go, but it is worth letting go of this tower, this change of direction. Absolutely. It's like you've gone running into this something that's just maybe just headfirst into something that was not the right choice for you, or was not what you'd hoped it would be, perhaps. Not to say it wasn't the right choice, because every choice there's no right or wrong choice. It's just learning. But from this choice experience where you've headed, it's not worked. So it's definitely time to release yourself from that and find independence and find your own personal strength. This is such a self-sufficient card, the Nine of Pentacles. And like this card says about seeking out what's familiar and being comfortable is not always the best thing for you. And sometimes you just may need to go your own way and create that stability and comfort for yourself here. So I think that's all I have for you here, Group 1. I hope that reading resonated and gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and I'll leave it there, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading if you chose the little owl who has an eye missing now, but added extra meaning to let thine eye be single and thy body shall be filled with light. It's obviously a message of following your intuition and listening to the inner voice. You're maybe needing a bit of courage to see through the dark this week, a bit of bravery to see things a bit more clearly and connect to your intuition as well. So, the owl. Group 2, let's jump in with your reading. We've got, starting out with the next step, the Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. We have truce and works. So, truce, Four of Swords. It is time for deep reflection. You will probably find yourself there with this Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups, really connecting to your intuition and your feeling body at this time or during this week ahead. You're really needing to trust how you feel about things and trust what is coming up when you are in this deep reflective state. A lot of truths may be coming to the surface, and you're probably just sitting with those truths at this time, maybe not totally ready to act. Perhaps you've already acted and you're now withdrawing from a situation to sit with what you've processed or what you've learned, or what's come to light, if that applies. But the Four of Swords is certainly needing to take a bit of time out to rest your mind, to pull yourself away from a situation and really take a bit of stock. And the Queen of Cups is asking you to be very gentle with yourself as you move ahead, connecting with other people who share your vision and share your message, and can support you through hard times, or maybe somebody who can help you while you're resting. Maybe it's an actual physical issue where your body is needing to take a bit of time out and you're needing a bit of help from maybe a mother or a feminine person, perhaps a feminine figure in your life, a friend or sister or something. That may be the case for some people. For other people, you're needing to connect with just yourself, your own intuition. You're needing a bit of time out. The Three of Pentacles is here to say that there is support around you and that you've got people that you can cooperate with and rely on, and there may even be an opportunity to collaborate with some people moving ahead, or a specific person. But right now, you're just needing to rest and trust that where you are is where you need to be, and there's a lot to process and a lot to feel. You may be wanting to come out of, as well, for some people, maybe wanting to come out of a period of isolation and reflection and rest and reconnect with their community. For some people, it will be that way. But I do feel for the most of you, it'll be to connect with yourself, with spirit, with your gentleness, and to be your own friend, to be really upping the self-love this week and taking good care of yourself. I feel as well... What was I going to say? I feel that you may be needing a bit of forgiveness or compassion this week, maybe for yourself or maybe for others, but certainly just you big time needing to trust yourself, or trust the messages that are coming up at this time. Trust your intuition big time, especially the Hours there and the Queen of Cups. There's a few intuitive cards on this table. I can see the Virgo is here, which is deeply introspective and very analytical. Cancer is here as well, extremely intuitive. And Leo is here also, deeply feeling signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, perhaps with the Queen of Cups also. But yeah, you're really needing a bit of rest this week, Group 1, and a bit of trusting what's unfolding. Even if you're not too sure of what's unfolding, you're just needing to trust your intuition. Okay, so what needs to change? We've got the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands. So again, for some of you, the Hermit, what needs to change will be coming out of a period of isolation and connecting with the people that support you, or your community, your friends, reconnecting with the world. But again, for most of you, I feel like this is a deep, especially with the message of let thine eye be single and thy body should be filled with light, is to absolutely blindly trust spirit, trusting source right now, trusting whatever guidance is coming up, because this Hermit card is a spiritual seeking card. It's looking for the light which is within you. It's already whispering to you in this deep period of meditation and reflection. With these two cards here, you're being asked to trust and collaborate with spirit. That's who the collaboration is with, I'm thinking. I mean, some people, there may be an opportunity in work where you're collaborating with somebody, but for most people, this is about your trusting your spiritual guidance as you move forward right now. Rather than making decisions based in too much logic or analysing or forethought, but rather just trusting that message that's very strong in you right now. And you will know what that message is, because it's causing you to make changes, or has caused you to make changes in your life. The Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands. So I feel like this is a change in your approach to a situation. As well, like you're maybe withdrawing from a situation so that you can gain the wisdom you need, or gain the answers that you need, just taking a bit of time out so you can really check in with how you feel about a situation. But it's causing you, that reflection is causing you, or giving you the answers you need, which is causing you to move forward in a different direction and change your path perhaps. Or there could be as well some divine intervention. Like I feel like the people in this group are extremely intuitive. Maybe you're a reader yourself, or somebody who is a bit of a spiritual teacher or a guide in many ways, and you're needing to really trust that skill set that you've got to navigate the direction of your life at this time. So I feel like as well there's a message here to not wait any longer for some people, but to rather take that step, to trust the intuition and take the step. Take that step with conviction. Now, what will help with the journey ahead, what will help with how to change the situation, or how to move forward. We've got the 7 and the 8 of Swords, and then the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, in one hand, you've been feeling very trapped to something that maybe felt like it was betraying your heart or betraying your truth. Maybe you felt like you were stuck in self-limiting beliefs, or some sort of situation that just felt futile, literally. We've got the futility, interference in these cards for the keywords, none for Queen of Pentacles, but we know what she's about. And there's a difference here. I feel like you're needing to release yourself from the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the trying to work it out logically, or maybe get the answer, or there's a certain way you've been seeking that's not the way, and it's all external. Like you're perhaps looking for things to give you validation or an external answer to things, when really the answer is within you. It's in your intuition, it's in connecting, it's in letting go. It's in connecting back to source and trusting that guidance that comes through and acting on it. The Queen of Pentacles is asking you to stay very grounded and practical in your self-care or in your routine this week, to connect in with nature, get outdoors, eat really healthy, just take good care of yourself. This is she's probably one of the more introverted queens, so she's really tending to her own life and her own health, her own well-being. rather than seeking anything external. Or it's also a message to come out of the head and into the body. So maybe some dance practices, yoga, whatever it is, creating with your hands, cleaning, housework, all that sort of stuff, gardening, all the most practical things you can do to be in your body and out of your head, things that are nurturing and caring to your well-being, your home environment, and the people around you. Mainly yourself, I'm feeling at this time. But some practical self-care action here with the Queen of Pentacles, and away from this overthinking and feeling stuck to something that's just absolutely futile. The key word in the first card that come out was truce. And I feel like that's where you're at. There's nothing else you can do with this situation. It's futile. You absolutely need to just release yourself from it, because you're not actually as stuck as you think you are. This Eight of Swords it's a self-imposed prison that you can free yourself from. You have the answers, you have the wisdom, you have the truth. You've got what it takes to see the situation for what it is and trust your intuition. And it's through self-care and practical action that you, like practical self-care actions, that you will be able to embody that truth a bit more, and maybe bring yourself out of a bit of the angst and out of the worry, and feel like you're actually in control of a little bit of something just by taking care of yourself step by step. I'm just going to grab it now. It's jumping out at me. Actually both of them, both cards in the bottom deck, Tarot and the self-love prompt, Prince of Pentacles and bounce back, don't give up, all is not lost, get back up and keep trying. This Prince of Pentacles can be a similar energy in that it's taking these practical steps to move forward. It's very slow moving. It's one step at a time, but you can do it. You can bounce back, you can make a plan, you can take a step. So what to continue? To continue this crossroads you're at with the Two of Swords, to continue changing your course. Princess of Wands and Princess of Pentacles come after this card as well. So it's like you may be leaving something that's very familiar to you, or something that you know very well. Maybe it's a work, a relationship, it could be anything, but you're leaving that path behind. You've learned all that you can from that situation, and you will learn and grow so much more from a different environment, or from a different relationship, or from a different situation entirely. It does mean that you will bring yourself back into a bit of novice energy, and you're learning new things, and there's a curiosity and a thirst for life in this new path ahead. You're asked to go for it with enthusiasm and enjoy the journey as it unfolds, rather than seeking to be a master or accomplished in any way. Rather just enjoy the journey as it unfolds, and know that taking a new path is the right path for you, and that a lot of support will surround you and opportunities will surround you as you continue to take steps in the direction that your spirit is pushing you right now. You need to really believe in that. Even if you have nothing logical or no real big basis to anchor your choice into. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, even if you haven't got any reason to give somebody other than you just know this is the path you need to take right now, then that is all you need. You don't need permission or validation from anything outside of what you know is true and right for you at this point. And I feel like your intuition is quite loud about it. So take that path, take the new path. The crossroads is here for you to gently redirect and absolutely see new opportunities coming in for you here. Absolutely, really, like, I don't think for a lot of people here there's so much brightness and abundance that is on the new path that you can't maybe even see right now, but it's very exciting. It's worth getting excited about. Further into where you how life will change as a result of continuing and following your intuition, you've got Cancer's card, the Chariot. So again, a very intuitively and feeling energy. We've got strength and the Six of Wands. So having the willpower and perseverance to continue walking this path that you know to be true for you, to take this new direction with the Chariot, to get things going and move in that direction, go for it. You will find a lot of victory and success. Victory is the key word for the Six of Wands. But you will absolutely rise again. It's don't get up, all is not lost, get back up and keep trying. It's the similar sort of, heart lurching forward, rising back up energy that you will experience. As long as you trust your intuition here and just go for it, make that change, make that choice, and keep walking, keep moving forward, following your intuition. We have Leo's energy here with the Strength card. So as well, protecting and looking after your heart, following the intuition of your heart and making choices that honor your heart. It'll bring you what you truly want with the Six of Wands. A lot of success and a lot of happiness. There's a bunch of oracle cards for this reading as well this week. We've got our self-love prompt cards. We've got music. Music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. I like this one, as came with it. Have fun again. Learn to love life again and try to enjoy life more by having fun. And she's literally like playing the air guitar. So even if you don't know an instrument, you can have a little boogie, have a dance, play the air guitar. Having fun, being playful, just doing something a little differently to change the routine and maybe bring yourself a bit out of this rest and reflection and into your body and get moving again. Maybe connecting with some friends and having a good time as well might be needed for some of you here. We have small things matter. Sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful. Certainly the little things. Get outdoors. Never get so busy that you forget to enjoy the outdoors. Change a bad habit. Kill a bad habit, drinking, overeating, or anything else that's not serving you. You're very well aware of what needs to fall away. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries in your life is a great way to put yourself first, and is absolutely necessary right now. And drop the excuses. When you drop all the excuses, you'll start seeing the results. Yeah, and this is it. This is where you might find yourself stuck in repeated cycles of overthinking and trying to figure something out, or trying to get a result out of something, or trying to receive the answer for something that just doesn't seem to be coming, and letting that go and just dropping into what you do know, and having healthy boundaries and having fun again with the small things, just connecting to the beauty of what your life is and what is available to you. The Queen of Pentacles is abundant. She has got so much to be grateful for, and she's so capable of healing and taking practical actions to help ground herself and help feel nourished and well and connected to the earth and connected to Mother Nature and her cycles, and trusting her cycles, trusting in winter and autumn and all the cycles as they bring about change. Trusting that you're where you're meant to be. So some further oracle cards. We have a couple here. We have the littlest blessing. This is so sweet, these pictures. There is a little good fortune right at your fingertips. It is sweet and small, but it is the blessing that will see your energy open up to receive even more of the same. Destiny wishes you to be content, to feel loved, and to see the wonder in every small thing this day. It's very, very resonant with these two princesses, isn't it? Like getting curiosity and thirst for a new journey and finding the joy in the small things. Open your eyes to the world. So look about you. For right there is in the smallest of places are the blessings you've been yearning for yet missing. Open your eyes to the world, to what once went unseen and unappreciated, and what once went unseen and unappreciated can be truly known for the very first time. Look with eyes of wonder at the little miracles of the world. And when you do this, the gates to all good things swing open. And that definitely brings back to this let thine eye be single, right? Looking at things differently, not trying to figure it all out or focusing on what hasn't worked or where you're stuck, but really realizing that you've actually a very abundant, beautiful, and very wise person, and you have everything it takes, absolutely everything it takes to create even more abundance and beauty in your life, just by recognizing it, that which is around you. There's so much freshness, there's so much life, there's so much love, there's so much to be grateful for. Connecting in with those things, the things that you've overlooked for quite some time, that maybe I think a really helpful way to look at that is maybe remembering a time in your life where you would have really, really wished for all that you have around you, even if it's something so simple like a license and a car, or 4 walls to call your own, whatever it may be. Like, reflect on a time when you didn't have that, and it may also really help you acknowledge just how beautiful and abundant your life is, and acknowledging that will bring in even more of those blessings. So we also have wisdom. The greatest wisdom is to see through appearances, and this card confirms that you've taken the right course of action and responded in the correct manner. Sometimes the best thing for all concerned is to have the strength to say no. Your recent response will empower and help both you and others. You've shown great wisdom by standing in your truth, and yet you've done this with great love and respect for yourself and others. You are like the willow whose branches sway with the wind, but whose roots remain firmly embedded within the earth. Life is constantly changing, but its core essence remains the same. Love and wisdom do not change, they only grow stronger. Continue to live and respond to all in your life through love and truth, for in doing so, you honour the spirit of all living things. These all really do tie in together here. And the last oracle card for group 2 is mending. And I wanted a protection for the groups today. So, heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our mask and loosens our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole again. Pain and suffering is a part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved, now more than ever, by Spirit, who does not want you to feel alone. One day you will look back and know this truth. This is an opportunity for you to reconnect with yourself, with your genuine spiritual guidance that is there so abundantly within you, and act from that place of truth. Group 2. Sorry. Because where does it end you when you really do have the conviction and the strength to make these choices to lead your life forward in the way that you know is true for your heart? You end up with the 6 of Wands, victory, success in all that you do. So group 2, I'm going to leave it there for you beautiful people. I hope that resonated with you or gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 2. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this little Jupiter charm, then this one is for you. This charm reminds me of Jupiter, so that's why it's linked to that. So the message of Jupiter, it is the good luck planet. It's good fortune, blessings and expansion. It is new growth and possibilities and opportunities. I feel like it's worth mentioning as well that Jupiter will shift around the 28th of December, so the end of the year, starting next year with the Jupiter moving into Pisces. So for some people out there, you might be worth looking at what house Pisces is for you, so that you can see where you might be experiencing a lot of growth and expansion in your world for next year, looking ahead where Pisces might be for you in your chart. So Jupiter in Pisces worth mentioning, but also just to mention that this reading is one of blessings and expansion. So growth and fortune and all of that wonderful news, which we can pull it from this reading. This reading does seem to be a bit of an intense one, but we can pull the good news from it. So starting out with the next step and where it's at for you, group 1. So much fell out that I just wanted to take it all, because it really does speak to quite the story here, where you may even see it in the imagery. The Queen of Swords, Death, the High Priestess, the 6 of Cups, the King, Knight of Cups, and then the 9 of Swords. So this deeply analytical Queen down here at the end is clearly reflecting really deeply. She's really looking at this situation, and she's trying her best to make sense of a situation perhaps that has ended in a lot of grief and loss, sadness, anxiety and fear, potentially, like really analysing a situation from the past. This could be a relationship that has ended. It could be somebody who's actually passed on with Death and the High Priestess, 6 of Cups, and maybe it is hard to move on from that ending or that person passing on. It'll be a little different for everybody, but this super analytical Queen, this, she's really been reflecting on all of the changes that have come from this experience. Maybe it's a relationship that didn't work out. Maybe there were expectations or hopes on this connection and it hasn't gone the way you'd hoped it would. There's this real feeling of the good times being in the past for some people here, feeling like the good days are over, or the better times are all in the past, and it's hard to find joy in the now or in moving forward. We can see Scorpio and Pisces here in this hand. I've also got Virgo, Cancer on the table as well. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're the main energies, but all good if it's you. If it's not, it's okay. There's certainly a lot of reflection with the way you want to move forward now and the type of life you'd like to create. There's a real need for having fun and playing and maybe connecting with children if you have children, connecting and playing with them, and finding the strength to let this situation transform you and bring about new life, even if things feel like it's all over and that the good times are behind you, the happiness, the laughter, and the love. Maybe it's a romantic situation that didn't go how you'd hoped it would and you're having to leave that behind. Or maybe it's just something that happened in the past that you're finding it hard to move forward from and find, the growth and the transformation. Like, how do I move through this portal of change? How do I embody this higher wisdom? What do I do? There's a lot of overthinking here, a great deal of overthinking, and maybe lack of sleep or nightmares, reoccurring dreams, all sorts of things going on where you're really just overthinking about the past and the good times, or even the bad times, the hard times. But there's certainly a lot of deep reflection going on here. But I can see that you're trying to look at this analytically so that you can grow and move forward. It just might be that you're needing to stop trying with the overthinking and rather just let the transformation happen to you, let life unfold in that way. So how do we go about that? What needs to change? We have the 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So this is like most of the advice on this channel from me is to the practical self-care with the 9 of Pentacles. You're needing to find your independence again from a certain situation and find your self-sufficiency and know that it's you that brings the truth, your answers, your clarity, your peace, your routine, your stability. It's you that provides all of that for yourself, and you're needing to really grab a hold of that with both hands with this 9 of Pentacles so that you can move perhaps through some of the emotional or mental turmoil and release that, move away from that so that you can look at this situation from a different perspective. Needing to let go of the past here with the 6 of Swords and see that this situation actually has a lot of wisdom available for you to connect to, that you can surrender to this situation, you can let it go. The 6 of Swords and the Hanged Man, it's like you, and then this, like, you have got what it takes, you have got the power, you've got the strength, you've got the tools to let this go and lean on yourself, to rely on yourself, to be there for yourself as you release what hasn't worked out or what's caused you a great deal of pain. And this Hanged Man is absolutely a surrender and sort of just going with the flow, letting it unfold now, and just taking care of the practical things in your world and holding a great deal of gratitude for that which is working and that which is abundant in your life will certainly help you move forward, connecting to what you do know and reaffirming that every day, and releasing what you don't know or releasing what hasn't worked out or what is hurting you, just allowing it to fall away if it wants to fall away right now. You have also the Moon and the Hermit, and then the Queen of Wands and the Magician. How did that go? Something like this. I don't know. I don't think that's how it was. There was a separation between these cards, how they sat on the table. Yeah, that was it. All right. So starting out with all of the deep feelings, the moon, the hermit, you maybe have withdrawn into a pool of your own emotions. There may be a lot of fears and worries and concerns and deep feelings that are bubbling up to the surface, and you're sort of filtering through all of those foggy and murky emotions to try and find the wisdom and the truth in this situation. This analytical queen is really seeking with the Death card and the High Priestess. You know, all these, there's such deeply feeling cards here that you're just trying to make sense of a situation and move forward as best you can, even though the emotions you may be drowning in your own emotions sometimes. I feel like it's the overthinking and the over-analyzing things that you may need to let go of and drop back into your own magnificence with this Queen of Wands and the Magician. This is sort of moving out of the overthinking and the over-analyzing and into the body and into your brilliance, into your creative projects, into your life force and your essence. The Queen of Wands and the Magician is such a powerful energy of self-healing and bringing the life and the fire back. I feel like a lot of people in this group are parents and leaders and, you know, teachers and guides and people that other people look up to you. I really can see that here. So I do feel as well you may hide away with a lot of your pain and not share too much of it. You sort of go through that stuff alone as a very strong person. But I think you're needing to release yourself from a lot of that and bring yourself back into fun and life again. There is a lot of pain you're going to be moving through, and I feel like we need to acknowledge that pain is there. But there's also life waiting for you to live again, I'm feeling, with the Queen of Wands and the Magician. You've got a lot of power and a lot of resources and maybe even a good support network to help you feel fun and feel life again, to come back to life. To be and to experience, rather than constantly in the feeling, the thinking, the reflecting, but to get back into life is what I'm feeling with this a little bit here. And yeah, there was something else in this Queen of Wands when I was shuffling. It was so loud, and now I'm not sure what that was. I feel like you're just really needing to really believe in yourself here. Believe in your ability to bring life back into a situation or back into yourself, and release something that hasn't worked out, and then rebuild and recreate something else. And I feel like it may be very up and down, perhaps, for this week ahead with the moon and the Hermit, the Six of Swords. You know, there's a lot of practices and things you can do to help yourself feel balanced and grounded while you're processing a lot of the deeper emotions. But you're really encouraged to sort of get back into life a little bit here, in however that, in whatever way you know you can. I'm going to mention as well the Ace of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, but I want one more card. Right. Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So yeah, you definitely, it's going to be an up and down week for sure, where maybe one day you're feeling really emotional and you need to honor those emotions and sort of just sit with yourself and reflect if you need to, but then you're also needing to sort of let that go and just strike some action. There's some sort of action that's needed. Maybe it's just taking a walk, or getting out the paintbrush, or whatever it is that is an action of any kind. It doesn't need to be overly productive, but just some sort of action that is doing and creating and moving out of the thinking and the feeling, sort of rescuing yourself, sort of picking yourself back up off the ground, perhaps. It feels like a really all over the shop reading for group 3. Like at numerous points in this reading, I felt like just stopping and putting them all back and starting again, because it feels so like confusing, but I'm just going to trust that. You guys know what I'm talking about, because every time I say I have no idea what's going on, you guys are like, yeah, it resonates, so I'm just going to trust that. This will be the week where you're like, no, we don't know. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, all right, where are we? A lot of internal conflict, just grounding yourself, connecting with source. Connecting to your intuition. So what to continue? See this Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So this is what to continue, Eight of Wands as well. See how her poise, her body language, everything is facing away from the Five of Pentacles, and she holds the pentacle there in her hand. So this could be numerous things. So you're leaving behind something that has made you feel less than. And it could even be your own beliefs, your own thoughts, your own mantras, the things, the ways in which you view the world or view yourself that may be making you feel less than. Maybe it's competitive thoughts, or just deep reflections on times when you felt less than, or left behind, or ignored, or abandoned, or just very alone and in lack. And what Spirit wants to acknowledge in this part of the reading is that you have been actively trying to pull yourself out of those places, these feelings. Maybe it's a connection or a relationship that's making you feel that way, and you're turning your back on it and really nurturing yourself. If these are your thoughts and belief systems, you're using mantras and little things in your day to show and reaffirm just how wonderful and beautiful you are, and taking care of yourself and your well-being with the Queen of Pentacles. What Spirit wants to acknowledge here is that you may be feeling left in the cold, you may be feeling like everything is lost, but you are still standing, you are still looking after yourself, you're looking forward, you're turning your back on whatever this is. It's time to put it down. I think if you've been choosing group 3 for a while now, it has been ongoing, but it's almost like we're at this turning point now, group 3, if this is for those that are continually choosing group 3. It does feel like you're at a turning point now where it's time to pick yourself back up, or you've already been doing that. And the Eight of Wands is here as well to really say that once you do get moving, once you do get your fire back and just believe in yourself or take that action, the ball will roll behind you, the momentum will gain behind you. The Eight of Wands will see you moving forward and out of this lack, out of this sadness, and recreating something beautiful. And this is such a deeply healing energy. So is the Queen of Wands. These are very, very deeply healing queens. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, all bodies of existence. This is a deeply healing energy. And starting with the Queen of Swords, with all the thinking and the heart locked in a cage, and overthinking and overanalyzing, it's definitely time to step back into your soul, your spirit, your essence, and take some actions that help you feel alive again. And leave behind the things that don't. Maybe these are thought patterns and beliefs around a certain situation or around yourself. Maybe they're relationships. But yeah, you're turning your back on that. I hope that microphone wasn't covered too much, that whole reading there. But all right, so where does life find you? How does life change as a result? We've got the Three of Swords. So without a doubt, there is heartbreak here. There is pain, maybe feelings of betrayal. But what comes from that is a fresh new beginning. There is life that comes from this pain. There is new life and growth that comes from this hard situation. That may be the Jupiter, where the Jupiter charm comes in, because this is blessings and expansion. When I pull these cards, I'm thinking, no, this is a really hard situation. So where's the blessings? There's always a blessing there. And there is new life that will grow from this, from the cracks of your heart as it breaks open, like the cracks in the pavement. Little shoots will rise, and then that will be new growth for you. There will be new growth. There is a new path you can take. The Two of Wands. It truly is time to leave that behind. Maybe it's dwelling, maybe it's like certain ways you viewed yourself, or beliefs you had about yourself, or maybe it's a relationship that left you feeling less than, or maybe it's just a really significant loss of a loved one. But it's time to recreate a new life now. There's an opportunity that's coming for you. For some people, this will be an actual opportunity, a blessing of some kind, a new job, or some sort of assistance that helps you with your new beginning. If that's what you're needing, then it will come. But for other people, it's this blessing, you are creating that blessing through really focusing on what you do have and what you can create, and the power that you have, and sort of nurturing yourself through the deeper emotions and feelings that are coming up, trusting those feelings as they come up, and really seeking. Okay, there's something going on with a plane. I hope that's not too loud. I should really wait for it to pass, I think. You never know how loud these things are going to pick up on the camera, microphone. But so I feel like there's a lot of truth in these deeper feelings that you've had that are coming to the surface, and there's a lot, not all of these feelings you're getting will be comfortable, I think, and some of them are going to make you realize certain truths that you may be hard to admit or accept, but you're needing to surrender and go with the flow and trust the intuition that is rising up within you and the messages that are calling you to release the struggle or release the attachment or the burden or the fear, and just let yourself be moved into new growth, into a new place, leaving behind the heartache. And for some people, the heartache will carry on with you as you move forward, but you're not going to let it consume you anymore. I feel like it's time for new growth here, and time to really seek a new path and let things unfold. Take care of yourself, turn your back on the lack and trust that in these actions that care for you and nurture your well-being, you will find movement forward, and spirit will guide you, and the assistance will come to move your life forward. The Eight of Wands is all about the speed off in a new direction. It can be air travel as well, but for this reading I do feel like it's that momentum that will build based in the decisions you've made to just care for yourself, nurture your opportunities as well. Acknowledge the opportunities that are around you. I didn't actually shuffle the self-love prompts off camera, I forgot, so I'll grab them now. What self-love prompts are going to help Group 3 in the week ahead? Use discernment. See things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be. I think we've seen that here a few times, actually. A bit of acceptance and doing what you can with what's left. Root chakra is out of balance, so needing to come out of the head and into the body. That was a big message for this group, especially that Queen of Swords there, feeling, and the Hermit is feeling a fairly over analytical and needing to really connect in with nature, with dance, with yoga, with walking. These are my main suggestions because they're the things I love to do, but maybe you've got other things that help you feel grounded and in the body and out of the head. Bring you back into the present moment. And it may even be like a support network as well. So there's your friends and the people that you lean on that help, your community that help you when you're feeling a little out of balance. Love your work. Ask yourself today if what you're doing is truly making you happy. I feel like this is for some people it will be about work, but for a lot of you I feel like this is a different message. Love your life and ask if what you're doing today is making you happy. The little choices you make day to day that make up the bigger picture of your life. Are they full of joyful rituals and things that bring you happiness, and where can you bring that happiness in if it's not the case? Get creative. Inspire and nurture the creativity in yourself to expand your thinking. So it's time to get creative and try new things. Even if they seem pointless, just do it because it brings you out of your head for a minute. Maybe you've never painted before in your life. Go get a canvas, a couple of brushes, some colours, and just make a mess. It doesn't have to be or end up like anything. You don't even have to keep it. Just get creative. Ground yourself. Get grounded in your body and connect back to the earth. Maybe a nice swim in a natural body of water, or a meditation in a park. God, so many things. Doing the dishes and cooking a healthy meal with intention and love, and putting a bit of music on while you're doing it, and just like those sorts of things can really bring you back into this moment and make this moment a beautiful experience. Because the thoughts and the worries aren't going to go anywhere. They will be there if you want to check in with them later. It'd be nice to have a break from that though, I think. Avoid gossip. Get rid of negative energy in your life and don't let it steal your light. Get more done. Identify and eliminate distractions that aren't adding value to your day. This is going to be really important for some specific people that are connecting to this reading that have found themselves in a deep depression or stagnation for quite some time. This is going to be a really important step with moving forward and feeling like you're accomplishing something each time you tick off something on that to-do list. And I think I've said this many times before, making your bed can be on the to-do list. It doesn't need to be some massive achievement. I mean, that is maybe a massive achievement to some people. You know, everyone's at a different level, and that's fine. It's just work with where you're at and create that list so that you feel like you're achieving, so that you can see that you're achieving. Shop smart. Spend money on experiences, not just things. Make memories. There might be an experience this, I'm feeling that for some people, like a sound bath or like a Reiki share or something that brings you together with people that you've been wanting to do. This, you'll know who you are. Go do that thing, book it in. This is your sign. I feel like you're needing connection and experiences right now anyway. And for some people that have been doing a bit of retail therapy, but it's not really working, obviously not for everybody, that's really important actually, that you do go and do something rather than buy something. Go and spend your money on an actual event or a group workshop or something that helps you feel connected. We've got live your dream, never give up on your dreams, dare to live the adventure. And love your single life. Your singleness is an opportunity to spend quality time with yourself. And that is even for those that are in a happily married situations, you know, whatever it is. You don't need to be single to appreciate this card, to connect with yourself as an individual person, as the Nine of Pentacles, right? Alrighty, so some more oracle cards we have are Into the Lonely Woods, when all seems ended. We sculpt our lives until its shape is familiar, and we create patterns and stories and rituals around these shapes, all for which make up the beautiful moments of our days. We have a whole world, and yet sometimes that world, through no decision we have made, comes to its ending. It is this moment for you. All that once was will soon be past. What is no longer is what was, and that kingdom that was is no more. Yet you are still standing. In truth, every living being is always in flux and change. Beneath the surface, at a deep level, the world keeps moving through her cycles. To live is to change. Take a moment to look upon what once was, to let it go, to give it honor, to say goodbye, and then to slowly stumble into the mysterious unknown, which holds what will become the beautiful future. I think you're needing to trust that there is a beautiful future available. You're just needing to surrender. You can see that so many times in these cards. Okay, so we also have Thinker. And I wanted protection for this week's card. So you might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. And the last oracle card was Intuition. These are times when we must let go of logic, again, and trust our feelings. This is such a time. It is important to trust your intuition. Pay attention to what you feel inside. What is your heart saying? If you could be, do, or have anything, what would it be? The answer dwells not in your mind, but in your heart. For your heart holds your true essence and potential. Your heart is the gateway to your soul. The way forward may seem hidden, but if you follow your instincts, you'll be fine. This card is confirmation that you are intuitively guided and protected. Courage and faith are called for. All is possible provided your outer vision aligns with your inner purpose. Keep a daily journal. Write down your thoughts and everything you feel. Write down every thought that comes to mind without judgment or analysis. Your intuition holds great wisdom. Listen to it and you will be guided safely and lovingly. It can be another way to get out of your head too. If you're really stuck in the thinking, just write some stuff down. keep that hand busy and write some stuff down, and then maybe it can sort of be out of you for a second. You can just leave it there and tend to it later. Go do something else. It might help get it out and nick off for a minute. Go take a break. All right, group 3, I'm sorry if that was super confusing because I don't think it made sense, but I hope it does to you, and I hope that gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Bye, group 3.